Hey guys, in today's video I want to do something crazy. I want to learn myself. I want to become better content creator, and the best way to do this is to learn from somebody else. And we will do this together. I will break it down myself and you can watch while I break it down. I usually take notes when I do this, but right now I won't because it will be a much better flow in this video if I won't. But you should take notes, and if you find something useful, you should write it down and actually apply it, because it's not enough to write it down, you have to apply it. Ryan became so successful YouTuber in 7 months, in 200,000 subscribers, which is not really successful in terms of like the numbers, but it's actually very hard to do in 7 months. I wanted to look for an outlier in the most recent ones, and you see it's 40,000 views, 75,000 views. We see this, it's almost at a million views, and I wanted to break down this one because it's an outlier for a reason. It has more views than the other videos for a reason. Before we break that down, let's think about what made people click on this video. We look at the title and the thumbnail, we see the 15-second rule that makes procrastination impossible. This is the title and we see the thumbnail. What I like to do is put it through the BANS system, which means big, easy, new, and safe, right? This is not my own system. I learned this from Ed from Film Booth. I will link his channel down in the description. But you have to think about, is this packaging big, easy, new, and safe? Because if it's easy, big, new, and safe, then people will click on it. That's the whole promise of this system. Of course, not saying they will click on it, but they will have a reason to click on it. So if you look at the title, it already makes the easy so easy, because the 15-second rule is just a 15-second rule. It's so easy. But it's new because you haven't heard of the 15-second rule. And it's big because it makes procrastination impossible. Now, is it safe? That's the question. Usually when things are safe, you know who made them. So when you see Mr. Beast face on the thumbnail and you see it's uploaded by Mr. Beast, you click on it and you know it's a Mr. Beast video, so it's going to be good, right? Now Ryan doesn't have his face on the thumbnail. Also, if we can say like he has his own style thumbnails, and that makes him kind of unique. And when you look at it, it's like actually gets your attention because you know it's Ryan. But if you don't know it's Ryan, you actually don't really see the safe part of the BANS system. I'm guessing how people can see safe into this, but I actually don't know. But it seems like it's so big and so easy and so new that people click on it anyways because they want to know, like, what can they lose if they click on this video? But what they can win. They can win because they will have this 15-second rule that they can do, and they will never procrastinate again. So it's a very big promise. Let's see how he hooks us in, and what is the first around 10 seconds to see how he delivers on the title and the thumbnail. Because right now we clicked on it, right? We clicked on it, but now is the real deal. He has to keep us watching, and he has to keep us looking at this video.
Eliminate procrastination forever, so that it's not just easy to do your work, but your mind actually gets sucked toward the task and you glaze through it like a knife through butter.
Okay, so it's a pretty big promise. Wait, let me actually watch it again.
What if you could eliminate procrastination forever, so that it's not just...
What if you can... Yeah, so it's like giving back on the title and the thumbnail, the packaging, that what if you could do this? And you are like sitting there like, what if I can do this actually? And he's giving a big promise that maybe you can do this.
Easy to do your work. Your mind actually gets sucked toward the task and you glaze through it like a knife through butter.
Now this is great because people want this. People want to make the work easy and people want to be productive. So it makes us feel like, gives us hope that, oh, like, yes, this is what I want. Teach me this. And you keep watching because you want to learn, because this is actually what you want. So what Ryan did well here is he spoke to the audience that he knows is watching this video. He spoke to their problems and spoke to them. They feel like understood. Viewers feel understood when they watch this video.
Call this butter. execution. It's the antithesis of procrastination. And in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you how to master it. Now, I'm Rian.
Okay, I want to make you feel and not just watch, but actually like hear what is happening, because Ryan puts a big emphasis on the editing and on the sound design as well. There are many swooshes, many risers, and the first 10 seconds is really, really well worked out. It's not crazy jumping, distracting, but it's actually pretty fast and actually pretty like engaging in a way. And is not only in the visual part, but in the sound part as well.
What if you could eliminate procrastination forever so that it's not easy to do your work, but your mind actually...
He uses risers before like big sentences and during big sentences. If you watch the first sentence, like, what if you could eliminate procrastination? And there is like a huge riser with it. And it's again, it's giving you emotions and giving you like feelings like, oh, what? Wait, is that real?
You could eliminate procrastination forever so that it's not just easy to do your work, but your mind actually...
Now, actually, I don't know what was the idea behind this like stock footage. I don't actually like this. I like the text, but I don't know why they put this stock footage here. It's not really connecting to anything, I feel like.
Not just easy to do your work, but your mind actually gets sucked toward the task and you glaze.
Yes, this is great.
Like a knife through butter.
It's great that he adds in like stock footages, because if you just watch him talk and talk and talk, it's not really it's not engaging enough. But also, if you look at it, every stock footage has like something, like this has text, and it connects them together. It's not really like stock footage vibe where this has this vibe, the other stock footage has another vibe. It's all kind of similar, all kind of similar. It seems like he shot all the stock footages, right? And it even better with text. It's even better with text because it connects them together more.
Execution is the antithesis of procrastination.
It's a great visual. The editor is like showing what Ryan is saying, and this is the best way. When you don't know what to edit and what to show, just show what the guy is saying. This is the best way to do that.
Next few minutes, I'm going to show you how to master it. Now,
and he's going to show you how to master it. So in the first 16 seconds, he gave us a big promise that I will show you how to do this, and he told us that I understand your pain, I understand what you are going through, but we will make it work. And in the first 15 seconds, it were like, I think, 3 stock footages, 1 animation, and zoom in, camera zoom ins. So you don't really get 1 second to look at each clip, like something new happening every 1 second. There is many text, which makes you read, which makes you more engaged. So it's good to have subtitles or text in the beginning of the video. And it's a great, simple animation and zoom in. It's just not static. It's just always moving, always something is happening. It's not too crazy, but it's actually like something is always happening. And maybe it's just a camera zoom in, but something is happening. Okay, I know what's about to happen, but let's watch this.
As co-founder and CEO of the Flow Research Collective, along with my partner Stephen Kotler, we've taught thousands of professionals how to perform at their peak by accessing flow states at will. Now,
okay, so this was pretty important here, because you were like looking at the packaging and you were like, this is interesting. Like, can he do this? And you click on the video, and in the first 15 seconds he told you like, I will do this, I will understand your pain, I will actually solve your problems. And you're like, okay, I'm interested, but who are you? Like, why should I listen to you? Like, I understand what you're saying, but why should I listen to you? And by giving this little presentation about himself, you get introduced to his company. You know he's a CEO. You know he taught many people how to focus and how to actually find flow state faster. He showed you that he was on TED Talk and his friend was on TED Talk. I mean, his co-founder, of course, friend, but co-founder was on TED Talk as well. So you know they are legit. You know they are not just saying things. You actually know, he was on TED Talk. Like, it's a great clip to put here because you recognize TED Talk and you now trust Ryan more than ever before. Like, he gave a TED talk, so he must know what he's talking about. And again, a new presentation, so they must know what they are talking about. And they are talking about their company, and access flow state at will is just great. Like, I don't know if is there like a sentence that they do in every video, or it's like a slogan for their company, but it's just an attractive thing, like access flow state at will. And we did that for many people. And in this video, I will show you how to do it yourself. And if you are like sitting at home, this is very interesting for you because you want to do this. And right now, if you're watching this, you may be thinking about, okay, so what is this all about? And of course, we spent many minutes on the first 30 seconds, but it should be this way because the first 30 seconds is what makes or breaks a video. And when I edited and when I'm editing, my first 1 minute takes as much time to edit as the whole video, you know? So the first 1 minute is the same time to edit than the last 9 minutes for a 10-minute video. So yes, but let's see if we find something interesting.
Types of procrastination do you most fall victim to? One is inertia.
Okay, it's pretty important. Right, so we have the hook, we have people logged in, we have to start giving value. If we look at from an editing standpoint, we know this video will have 3 things that we will talk about. And these 3 things shouldn't be exposed too early. That's right. But we can show that there will be 3 things. And this will make it obvious of the structure of the video. And you will know that, okay, I learned this, but we have still 2 more things to learn. And you will, I think that when he will talk about the second thing, there will be the same screen, but these 2 will be unblurred. And right now it's all 3 unblurred because we haven't learned anything. But as we go through, I think the screen will get more and more unblurred, and this also feels like a video game. Like, we are getting better and we are getting ahead and we are completing our mission in this video by accessing the information that he has and we don't have. So this is very good. I always do this because it gives a good structure and it gives something to look forward to as the viewer. And it gives you a reason not to click off. Because if this weren't here, you wouldn't know there's daily things. And maybe after the first thing, you will be like, ah, fuck this. I don't know what is going to happen, so let's just leave. But if you know that, okay, there is still 2 things, let me just watch the second thing. But okay, what if it doesn't work without the third thing? So we have to watch the third thing as well. So this is very good. I always advise to do this, and I always do this when I have like level or step-by-step videos for clients, or like framework videos. I always show the framework, but blur out the things that we will talk about and just unblur them during the whole video. And at the end, you will get like a real map of the whole framework. And it's just beautiful and it feels like achievement as a viewer.
Most fall victim to. One is inertia. This means you have important work to do, you're getting paid to do it, you blocked out time to do it, often you even enjoy doing it, and yet you still can't get yourself to do it. The second kind of procrastination is distractibility. This means you've started the work.
Okay, we are actually talking about procrastination modes and ways, but it's good because this video has a great structure, and I want to put emphasis on something. Like, this is a well-edited video. They're like always happening something, new B-roll, new crazy thing, but there isn't actually any new crazy things. There isn't crazy editing techniques. They are going insane on the sound effects, and this is why I love these guys so much. Like, this is what I love. Great sound effect videos, but you don't have to show me these many insane animations. Like, yes, insane animations are very good and a joy to watch, but it's not about that. Having a great video is all about having a great topic, having actually things to talk about, having great things come out of your mouth, have great words, and the editing is just helping that. So you can't rely on editing, but you can rely on good scripts and on good topic videos.
But the slightest distraction diverts your attention, and before you know it, half the day is gone because you've veered off to other things and you're too stressed to start the important task but too guilty to do anything else.
Now, it's interesting choice to leave the phone icon on the screen for the whole stock footage section. This is one thing that I don't actually love about this, because in the beginning the stock footages were really aligned, and it's not a miss right here as well, because look at this, it's almost the same colors. These two stock footages, the same colors. They always try to fit the stock footage in the image, and it's not easy thing to do. Like it must seem right now that it's so easy, but it's like all the stock footages are like dark black and follow a theme. Like this is dark, dark. This is blue. Yes, this is blue as well. So it's not just random colors everywhere. They are fitting in. And so what I was saying that I don't love about this video is that they don't make the stock footages even more connected and even more feeling like it's from the same camera, from the same like shoot. And they left the phone icon here, which makes it a little bit connected, because you don't just focus on the stock footage, you focus on the icon as well. But I feel like it should have been connected more, but it seems it has worked. So I'm not saying it's bad, because they still focused on creating similar stock footages. Okay, let's continue.
But too guilty to do anything else. And then third is chronic delay. This means you continuously post.
Okay, you see a system here. You see is the same background for the whole, like is the same background, same overlay, same font. There is like a style here, which is a very good style. It's minimalistic, a dark style. I think the animations will be similarly dark. The icons are the same style. So it's not just jumping from style to style, they have a style. And when you see the screen, you know it's Rian Doris. And this is the goal for every one of the clients you edit for, and everyone who creates content, that you have to create your own style. And he has his own style.
This means you continuously
yes, and
postpone major
again, the icon is on the screen.
Telling yourself you'll pursue them someday, but never getting past the starting line. Inertia prevents you from starting work. Distractibility diverts your focus mid-task, and chronic delay.
Okay, so now he explained the three different types of not working, and he now really like shows you, okay, these are the three things. This is like the reveal time. You have these three things. You understand now this is the three things. So let's see how does he go from here. And every one of it has a little icon, which is again great style choice.
Actually postpones and prevents progress. For me, the most torturous form used to be inertia. For example, I was once tasked with a speech for my friend's wedding.
Yeah, he's telling a story. Again, the editing is not really crazy on this video, because the information is key in this video. Like, you are here for the information. Like, you would watch this without the editing as well. Editing is just helping, and this is why they can get away with like stock footages. And I think the stock footage is colored, actually. I think this stock footage is color graded to make it a little bit less saturated, and
the honor.
Or is it this way? I can't believe. Like, I think this must be color graded. But this is much more saturated, so I don't actually know if they are. But he's telling a story right now.
For my friend's wedding.
Which is like,
as his best man, and despite its significance and the honor it represented, I found myself delaying, postponing, and yes, procrastinating. It loomed there and casted this uncomfortable shadow over every day that passed. Now, contrary to popular belief, procrastination is not a symptom of lacking motivation. Rather, procrastination is often high motivation plus inaction. That's precisely what makes it so bloody painful. It's the I want to do it, but I can't bring myself.
Okay, we are still early in the video, but it's already past the hook point. He's already like giving you value and already giving you things to think about. But if you look at it, you can't really see it's getting longer. The cut's getting longer. Like you see the same screen for like 3 seconds now. It's not just 1 second like in the intro, but it's 3 seconds. So the cuts are getting longer, but you can do this. It's not a problem because you can't keep up the high fast-paced editing for the whole 23 minutes. It would be much more editing, and it would really like ruin the viewer's feeling. You will feel empty after watching highly edited video if you are only watching it for the editing. It's like watching TikTok. You watch a lot of TikTok and after it you feel shit because it's just empty. You don't really get any value from it. It's just you are just distracting your mind. And you don't want to do this. And this is why it's okay to not edit as fast after the intro and after the hook. And the point is to get the point across. And of course, he told a story which helps us more relate to him and know that, okay, he is human too, he had this problem too, but he solved it himself. So it's more proof that, okay, he can solve it. And now, if you go back to the band's system, it was big, easy, new, and it wasn't safe. But now it's so safe because you know he has been on TED Talks, he has a huge company which focuses on doing this, what he's teaching you right now. And now he's telling a story, and it's all about how he came out of it. Okay, the story wasn't about how he came out of it, but he's telling that I had this as well. Like he's saying that I have a company, I help others do this, but I had this as well, and I beat it. And now he's like saying us protocols and saying us things that make sense, but it would be hard to understand without the visuals. And this is why you have to have visuals when there is something like explaining to do, because it's much easier to see it and hear it than just hear it. If this animation wasn't here and we were just looking for we were just looking at like Ryan's face, it would be much harder to imagine. But it's so easy to see what he's talking about with these visual animations. And this is why I love animations. I don't love animation for the Imangadzi effect. I love animation for explaining the things that is hard to imagine without seeing it. And of course, it's not that hard to imagine this, but I think you have to use animations more for this type of work. And this is their job, I mean.
Makes it so bloody painful. It's the I want to do it, but I can't bring myself.
Now I wonder, we are at 2 minutes now. Is the music changing?
What if you could eliminate procrastination forever, so that it's not just easy to do your work?
Again, it's just the sound design is insane here. Like it's not many visuals, but the sound design really makes you jump from left to right in the beginning, and it's good in the beginning. We don't want the whole video, but it's good to just what is happening in the first.
Your mind actually.
Yes, this is one music.
Toward the task, and you blaze through it like too stressed to start despite its significance and the honor it represents. High motivation.
Yes, this is a second music. So he had a music for the intro, and he has a different music right now. Yes.
Precisely what makes it so bloody painful. It's the I want to do it, but I can't bring myself.
Now we also have to notice that we don't really see Ryan face that often and for a long time. So there is always something new to look at. And it may be the same, it's maybe just a text, but it's something new. Because you are watching my face right now, and there is something new. And you are watching that, and then they switch back to the face, so it's new, and then they switch back to stock footage. What the fuck? And it's new, and you just keep doing that, and it's keep the engagement because you are not looking at the same thing. You are looking at a black background with text, and then you are looking at the face, and then you are looking at stock footage, and then you are looking at the face again, and then a text again. So they just switch up always, and don't let you leave the video.
To do it effect, and that's because of
again, here his face.
Civil war that happens within our brains, known as the approach of
background and text.
Conflict. This conflict occurs between
face,
two systems. The approach system associated
background
with
and text.
Rich areas of the brain like the striatum and ventral
stock footage
area, which are linked to pleasure and reward and encourage action, and then the avoid.
And he's again. So I think he does this Let's just maybe speed it up a little bit.
Avoidance system associated with cortisol-rich areas of the brain, the amygdala and hippocampus, which are linked to
It's actually the same stock footage, but they
fear and anxiety,
put pictures above it.
encourage inaction, and this results in a cognitive contradiction. Dopamine flows to the brain and stimulates wanting.
Oh, this frame, it's not just the same stock footage. They made it special. They combined two stock footages, so now it's again a step further. It's not just importing stock footage, it's doing something with the stock footage.
Inaction, and this results in a cognitive contradiction. Dopamine flows to the brain and stimulates wanting and craving, while cortisol floating the brain stimulates fear, anxiety. In this approach avoidance conflict, you experience both positive and negative aspects of it.
Okay, so what I see he's doing with his videos, it's not crazy editing. There is animation to explain things what he's saying. There's stock footage to help better visualize what he's talking about and get the emotion to you. Also, there are many like text write outs, and they are going heavy on the sound design, like really heavy on the sound design. And one big thing that I think makes this video very good is there is something always happening. Like if you look at just this, let's say this stock footage and the new stock footage above it, and now we are zoomed in, he's talking, and we are zoomed in, but we are still zooming in slowly. Okay, we are now further, but still zooming in slowly, and it's again a new thing because it's a new angle, and now we are back at close, but the camera is not moving right now. And then there is two stock footages, and then there is an animation. So it's just always happening, things always happening, and the animation always explains what he is saying. It's not just there to be fancy. It has a job to do, and it's very simple animation. But again, its job is not to uh, be really like quality. Its job is to actually show you and actually do it actually does his job, right? And also it's always the same style of icons, same style of animation. It's always the same background. Stock footage, it's kind of in the same like dark color. Oh, what is this? Oh, whoa, what is going on?
Some of the best action and adventure sport conflict many times. This approach, avoidance conflict, will keep you out of the flow cycle forever. Now, what is the flow cycle?
Okay, now it's a new section. He told you like the three things that that was like bad for you, and the three different types of procrastination. That was one section and one type of editing. Then there was a second type of editing. I actually don't know what he's talking about, but there was a second type of editing, and that was the second section. And now is the third section, which is what is the flow cycle. So he's talking about a new thing. So probably a new music will appear, and
for over a decade, beginning in the 90s, my business partner, Stephen Kotler,
and I believe this is why it's
some of the best
why it's a different background.
And adventure sport athletes in the world, following them into the mountains, the waves, and even the sky. Stephen discovered something fascinating. All of these athletes were harnessing the power of flow state, this optimal state of consciousness.
Yeah, okay, so what you can get from this, and what I get from this, which I do as well, is I always change the music when there is a new section. When there is something new to talk about, I change the music and I do something new. Um, in just not in just the video editing, because you don't really have to do new things in the video editing, because then it won't be a consistent style. But the music can change, the feeling can change. It's a roller coaster. The video should be a roller coaster. It's always starting really high, then it can little bit slow down, but go back, slow down, go back, and this is why people keep watching. And you can achieve this with the sound and the music as well, because the second music was a little bit chill, but I believe this is a little bit more motivational and tense music right now.
Where humans feel and function at their best. In flow, these athletes could perform previously unattainable feats that were advancing their respective sports faster than any other sport. For example, big waves in surfing used to be 30 foot. In mere years, 80 footers became the norm. In the 90s, a front flip on a BMX was considered suicidally dangerous. Years later, a triple front flip.
Yeah, okay. So this is what I get from his editing. Let's just look through this like this. Okay, there's like animations, and this is the same. Okay, we broke down his editing basically because I already told he's like using animations, stock footages. Oh, but he's really good at finding stock footages. Like his editor is really good at finding stock footages because it's kind of always the same style. Let's look at the most viewed part, and then I think it's.
But just aim for as much clarity as you can, asking what needs to be done. Why does it need to be done? By getting clear here, you'll boost the perceived importance within the task, the context, and for you, which makes it easier to engage. Now, the third way to beat procrastination and master the approach avoidance conflict is called bypassing or response inhibition. Response inhibition refers to the ability to override an
New point, new music. Like I still want to point it out that they put so much focus on sound.
Reaction to stimuli and to choose.
Okay, I think this was the most viewed because it was the new section. Okay, so we understand how he's editing now. He's using very, very good sounds. He's using stock footages to show emotions and just don't show himself too much. And he always skipping around, showing himself, not showing himself, showing text, not showing himself, zooming in himself, close himself, far himself, and is not letting you really leave. And he uses animations to showcase what he's saying, so it's easier to understand. And yeah, it's pretty basic. The magic in his videos are of course in the topic and in the script, and how he uses that, and you can learn from that as well. Now I wanted to break down his editing and his whole like way to create the video. I didn't really break down the script as depthly, but I understand he's hooking you in, giving you like a security that I know what I'm talking about. Then like, okay, what is the problem? Okay, what is the solution? But before that, let me explain what is the flow exactly, and then what is the solution. So this is what I believe the video structure was and how he teaches it. And yes, of course, it's much more complicated than that, but this is the basic premise. And if you want me to do more of these like live breakdowns which are really unedited and hopefully valuable to you, let me know, because I love doing this. I'm learning from this. I'm learning different styles. I'm learning different techniques and different ways to create good videos. Hopefully it was a good watch for you. We'll see you in the next one.